Hello students, today we are going to discuss about sheet number 4. In this sheet number 4, we have to draw two diagrams. One is the cycloid and another one is the epicycloid. Now, what do you mean by cycloid? So we have to know about a cycloid. Cycloid is nothing but it is a curve. How this curve is generated? So let us define a cycloid. A cycloid is a curve traced by a point on the circumference of a circle which rolls along a fixed straight path without slipping. So this is about a cycloid. Now we have to draw a diagram by solving the problem. So what is the problem here? We have to see that. Now in this we have to draw a cycloid of a circle of diameter 50 mm for one revolution, and also we have to draw a tangent and a normal to the curve at a point 35 mm above the baseline. So here we have to draw the cycloid. In the problem the diameter of the circle is given 50 mm. So let us draw the diagram. So the first thing, we have to draw the diameter 50 mm. So we can draw the diameter of a circle by taking the radius as 25 mm. So this is the center of the circle and the radius is equal to 25 mm, which is nothing but the half of the diameter given in the question. So after drawing the circle with the help of the compass by maintaining the radius 25 mm, we have to draw one horizontal diameter line and another one is the vertical diameter. So here the diameter of the circle is 50 mm. So to draw the cycloid, we have to divide this circle into 8 equal halves or 12 equal halves. So here, to get a neat and clean diagram, a smooth curve we have to draw in that. So for that we will divide the circle into 12 equal halves. So here we have already divided the circle into 12 equal halves. 4 equal halves. So we have to divide this circle into 12. For that we need a protractor. We have to mark this point as a center. Now we have to place the protractor by maintaining the center C, and we have to mark the degrees. One is the 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 already is there. Next we have to go for 120 degree, 150 degree and 180 degree. So after that, with the help of this scale, we have to draw the line like this. So we have to draw the line in the circle only. So like this. If we divide the circle, we will get approximately 12 equal divisions by maintaining 30 degree. If you see this, here we will get theta is equal to 30 degree. This is the 30 degree. Here is 60 degree, already 90. So like that, we will get 12 equal divisions here. So we have to give the text like this is the base point which is on the point. This is the point P, and we will call it as a 0 also. So here we will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and the point P. That is nothing but our 12. So after dividing the circle into 12 equal divisions, we have to calculate the circumference of this circle, because here in the question it is given we have to draw the cycloid for one complete revolution. So to get that value, we have to go for circumference of the circle. We know that the circumference of the circle formula is 2 pi r. That is nothing but 2 into 22 by 7 into r. R is over 25. that is equal to 157 mm. So here the circumference of the circle for one complete revolution, the distance covered by the circle is 157 mm. So we have to draw a baseline of 157 mm. From P2 we will give the text here, that is one P, and here we will give the text as Q. Now this PQ is equal to 157 mm, that is nothing but the circumference of the circle. Now after that we have to draw the center line that is equal to the circumference of the circle. So from here we will draw another line which is known as the center line. Now we have to join this line up to here and we have to close this. Like this we have to draw. So here in this way we got a total length of that one, and we have draw a parallel line, that is the center line, from C to C12. Why I have taken 12 means here we have divided the circle into 12 equal halves. In the same way we have to divide PQ into 12 equal halves. So to draw that in equal division, to divide the PQ into equal divisions, we have to draw an inclined line by making an angle theta of our choice, but it should be greater than 0 and lesser than 90 degrees. Now the length of the line, I am taking PQ, I have taken origin. Now I will take this as a R. Now PR is equal to 12 centimeter, that is equal to 120 mm. Why I have taken 120 mm? If I divide the circle into 12 equal halves, so I have to draw this inclined line also into 12 equal halves. So if I take 120 mm, if I divide it into 12, then exactly I will get 10 mm. That is nothing but 1 centimeter as an each division. So I can divide this line into 12 equal divisions. So like that I will divide this line into 12 equal divisions. So the first one here, for example, this is the 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this is the 12. So I will give the text like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So here the distance from P to 1 is 10 mm, that is 1 centimeter. 1 to 2 is also because we have taken equal divisions here. Why we have taken equal divisions in this PR means we have to divide PQ into 12 equal divisions. So to divide this line we have to join R, that is nothing but 12, to Q. We have to draw an inclined line. We have to draw an inclined line from R to Q. In that way, in the same way we have to draw a parallel line. How we have drawn the last point to this Q, there is nothing but 12 to Q. In the same way, another line we have to draw, it should be parallel to this one. So how we have got RQ, here we will get 11, here also we should give the text like 11. In the same way, we have to draw another parallel line, it should be parallel to this one. So like that, all the parallel lines we have to draw here simultaneously. If you see, the distance from each point on the PQ is equal. So here you can give the text like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and this Q is nothing but 12. So after that, we have to draw parallel line. How we have drawn a parallel line from 6 to that point. Now next we have to draw another parallel line starting from 7 and it should pass from 7. Starting from 5, passing from the 7 and we have to join to this line. In the same way, we have to draw another parallel line. It should be parallel to the base line from 4 passing to 8 and we have to join up to this one. We have to repeat the same thing. 2 to 10 straight line. There is nothing but it is a straight line and it should be parallel to the base one. Next, from 1 passing through 11 and joining to this one. Like this, we have to draw this line parallel. After that, we have to draw vertical lines from the base line. So here the base line is nothing but our PQ is the base line, which is equal to 157 mm. That is nothing but the circumference of the circle. Now, next is from 1 we have to draw a vertical line and it should be meet to the center line. Here we have to give the text like C1. Next, another from 2 we have to draw another straight line, vertical line, a perpendicular line to the base, and we have to give the text as C2. We have to repeat it for all the 12 divisions and we have to give the text from the center line. So all these vertical lines I am drawing from the same division wherever we are getting the points. So after that we are giving the text C1, C0, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, C11 and C12. After this, after getting the points, center points, now we have to draw the points. We have to cut the arc for the rolling circle. Means suppose this circle is here from the center. This is nothing but the starting point, base point P. When the circle or when the roller starts rolling, so how it will rotate? By changing its position from C1, C0 to C1, C1 to C2, C2 to C3. At that time, how this point P is also revolving or changing its position from one to another place. So that also we have to draw with the help of the compass and by drawing the arc. So here the initial point from C0 to P is the radius of this is 25 mm. So we are using our compass. We will cut the arc on this one. So exactly the point which is at on the base. Now next we are changing the position from C0 to C1 with the help of the compass. Now we are placing the sharp edge at the C1. We are maintaining the radius 25 mm and we are cutting the arc of 1 because we are measuring, we are changing the center from C0 to C1 when it starts rolling. So we have to cut the arc with the help of the compass. We have to cut the arc on 1 because we are changing the position from C0 to C1. So because of that we are cutting the arc at 1. So this is our P1. Next, from C1 to C2 we are changing the position from C1 to C2. The center now it changes to from C1 to C2. Now radius is also the same, that is 25 mm. Now again we have to cut the arc by maintaining the same radius, that is nothing but 25 mm, and we have to cut the arc on 2. You can see the parallel line. You can see the parallel line to the base and the number is at 2 and we are measuring the center from 2 and radius is 25. We are maintaining the radius 25. Now we have to cut the arc on this second one. So this is our point P2 because we are changing the center from C1 to C2. Now again from C2 to C3 we have to change the center. Now when we are changing the position from C2 to C3, again we have to maintain the same radius from C3 to 3, that is nothing but 25 mm radius, and we have to cut the arc by maintaining the center C3 and radius 25 mm. We have to cut the center line because the C3 is lying on this. You can see the point 3 here, 3, 9. The straight line, the center line is passing from the center. So because of that we are cutting the arc on this center line. Now this is our P3. This point is our P3. And we have to change again the position from C3 to C4. By maintaining the radius 25 mm, we have to cut the arc on 4, 8 line. If you cut the arc, it will be approximately here. This is your P4. Again, you have to change the center or shift the center from C4 to C5 by maintaining the radius 25 mm. You have to cut the line. You have to cut the arc on the 5, 7 line. So this is your P5. Now after that, C6 will be exactly on the point, peak point. So this is our P6. Next, we are changing the center from C to C7, C6 to C7. Again, we are maintaining the same radius, that is 25 mm, and we are cutting the arc because our position is at C7. So where 7, 5, 5, 7, the line is same. So we are cutting the arc by maintaining the 25 mm radius. We are cutting the arc on this 7th line. So this is our P7. Like that, from 8. Again, we have to cut on the 4, 8 line. So this is our P8. Again, from 9, exactly it will be at the center. Here only P9. Again, from C10 to 10. C10. Again, after that 11. C11 to 11, it will be approximately here. So C11. Finally, from 12 to 12, this is our C. P11, P12. So now we have got all the points on the diagram. So whenever the ruler or the circle rolls from one point to another point, then the center is changing. At the same time, we are getting the points. So after that, when we end the point, we went up to 12. What we have to do? We have finished our points up to here. We got all the points because we have done 12 divisions and we got the 12th point. Now after getting the points, we have to draw the curve with a free hand. Means in a single stroke, we have to draw the curve to get the cycle. So I am starting from P, that is from the point P. I am passing from P1, P1 to P2, P2 to P3, P3 to P4, P5, from P5, P6, P7, P8, P9, P10, P11 and P12. Like this, I got a circle. This is nothing but our cycloid. So here, we got the cycloid. Now, half of the question is over up to here. Now, we have to draw tangent and a normal at a point 35 mm above the baseline. Above the baseline. Here, PQ is nothing but our baseline. PQ is nothing but our baseline. From this point, we have to mark a point on this curve at a distance of 35 mm. So, what I will do from here, I will mark up here. Suppose this is our 35 mm from here to here. I will draw another simple line here, thin line. So here I got the point M, that is nothing but the point which is 35 mm above the baseline. If I measure from here to here, it will be at 35 mm. Here, this one. From here to here, it is distance is 35 mm. Now, from the point M, I have to cut the arc on the center line by maintaining the radius 25 mm. That is nothing but, I will take the radius from, this is nothing but anywhere. The common is 25 mm. So what I will do, I will set the dimension as 25 mm in the compass. I will mark at the center here, I will put the compass here and I will cut the arc on this one. So the distance, that is nothing but r is equal to 25 here. R is not from the point M. I am cutting the center line by maintaining the radius 25 mm. So this is my point X. Because this is neither the starting point of the tangent or the normal. Just this is the point which we are cutting on the center line to get the normal point. So to get the normal, we have to draw a straight line, a perpendicular line to the baseline. We have to join to the baseline. After that, this point is nothing but our starting point of the normal. This is nothing but this is the starting point of the normal, and I have to draw a line passing from the M point. From N I am joining to, and from N I am joining to M, and I am extending some what here. So this is nothing but N dash. That's nothing but here I got a normal. Now exactly the perpendicular line, a bisecting line to this one is nothing but a tangent. Means exactly from this point, with the help of the protractor, you have to measure a 90 degree and you have to draw the line like this. So this is nothing but your tangent, T complement. That's nothing but tangent. To get the tangent, always please remember that tangent exactly perpendicular to the normal. At that time only we will get the tangent. So by this we have completed our problem, which is based on the cycloid.